Hello there. Talking about maximizing information. And I'm coming from the angle of, you're a child of God, you go to church, you listen to sermons, and it could be you're attending a training, you're doing a program virtually or in person and all that. How do you maximize the information that is being given out to you? Because the truth is, every now and then, a lot of instructions, a lot of things that will help us are being said to us from the pulpit, from the class, from that training. But you just realize that they are not translating into results. And what I think is the missing line is the action part. We hear so much, but we do so little. And this is what I have been doing for years. When I sit in the church making notes, hearing from my senior pastor, from other teachers of the word, I make notes, but somewhere in my note, I put down action points, something to do immediately that I leave that particular meeting. And this is applicable to any kind of thing that you do. Because it is the law of application that actually makes the information that you have received work for you. If you do nothing about what you've had, you say nothing. So from this moment forward, when you're seated right there in that your church and that your awesome pastor is teaching the word of God, or you're listening to a sermon online, or you are in a class or going through a training, make notes of important points. But most importantly, write down action points. But don't just write it down. Writing it down is very key because it's like giving expression to what you want to do. Is the first step to making a move. But right after the meeting is over, swing into action. Maybe make a call. Maybe just get something to do immediately. And then do something again and do something again. If you start doing things with what you're hearing, you start seeing your life change radically, things changing for you. Yes, these things walk. The word of God walks, but you got to walk it. Remember, it is not the hearer that will be blessed, it is the doer. James 1:25, whosoever, does not matter your gender, your age, your status, whosoever that looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues therein. He'll be not a forgetful hearer, is making notes, is writing things down, but a doer of the word, of the instructions. That man will be blessed. I trust God that you're going to be blessed as you make moves. Do things with what you're hearing. If you've received an instruction to pray, get into praying. If you've received an instruction about fasting, get into fasting. If you've received instruction about, meeting with people, get out there and meet with people, invest. If you've received instruction about forgiving, forgive people. If you've received instruction about giving, give. If you've received instruction about waking up early, set an alarm and wake up early. If you've received instruction about being diligent, become excellent. Do something with what you've heard, and then you see results unfolding for you. That's it. There's no other secret anywhere. The secret is in doing what you're meant to do, and God will bless. Can you imagine if as a farmer you don't plant a seed, you can't expect a harvest. But you have the seed in your seed bag. See that? That is how it is when you have so much information, things written in your notepad, in your jotter, but you're doing nothing with those things. All right. I can be your accountability partner. Message me and say, dear friend, man of God, pastor, Sunday, whatever, you're happy with. I'm doing this week. I want you to check on me. Oh, this is what I've done. And see what I've got from what you said. Thank you for sharing that thoughts. I'll be so excited to hear from you. All right, in the meantime, remember to like, comment, share, and watch the next episode. Cheers.